Their first issue appeared December 15th, 1900. A 6-page paper on Thursday. Jack Wilson and R.S. Haskell were at the helm. Wilson served as the paper's editor and remained in that position when Wallace Brown bought the paper in 1901. Alfred S. Wathen, who began working as a paperboy, began buying stock in the company in 1909. By 1919, he had controlling interest and for the next 40 years was the publisher of the Kentucky Standard. At his death in 1958, his sons Alfred Wathen Jr. and B.J. Wathen and his daughter Elizabeth Wathen Spalding continued to produce the paper until 1979 when it was sold to Scripps Howard. In 1987, the Kentucky Standard was sold to the Landmark Community Newspapers Incorporated and remains today a part of the LCNI publication and family. Throughout its history, now 113 years, the Kentucky Standard has been a leader in the field of community newspapers, a consistent award winner, and the paper has been recognized countless times by the Kentucky Press Association for excellence in writing, photography, and advertising. But it's not the quest for awards that drives this paper's staff, past or present. The Kentucky Standard continues a tradition of reporting the news. And sometimes it's not good news, but it's most of the time good news in our community. The news that affects the lives of Nelson Countyans. Now published 3 times weekly, the Kentucky Standard continues to change the futures of its readers through accurate reporting, thoughtful commentary, and vividly descriptive photography. Receiving that award tonight, Jamie Sizemore, publisher of the Kentucky Standard.
All right, now it's my turn. All right, Hearst Discount Drugs. Hearst Discount Drugs can trace its past to a yellow house built in the 1700s by a single man named John Caldwell on the site of the current location. The building was painted a dull yellow, and the corner of what is now North 3rd Street and West Stephen Foster Avenue became known as the Yellow Corner. The Yellow Corner has enjoyed an interesting history. At the beginning of the Civil War, the cellar of the building was used by federal troops for a prison for Confederate sympathizers. In the early 1870s, a new store building was constructed and had 2 occupants, A.J. Mattingly and Jim Wilson, were druggists there until the late 1890s. Another new building took its place in the 1900s when Bardstown resident and politician Ben Johnson purchased the Yellow Corner. The 3-story building was built of yellow brick. The first floor was a commercial space, and the second and third floor were apartments and offices. A German druggist, Milhauser, used the first floor as a pharmacy and the other 4 for about 4 years. Since then, several pharmacists have dispensed medicine at this location, including J. Dan Talbot, John L. Wilms, Robert Hearst, Brian Alm, and Jonathan Van Laar, and currently Kim Wheatley. Although the building has changed hands numerous times over the year, the history and heritage of the Yellow Corner has always been maintained, is now known as Hearst Drug Store. A unique piece of this heritage that is now obsolete in most modern pharmacies is the soda fountain. For decades, tourists and locals alike have enjoyed cherry cokes, malts and floats, and the red-top stools are rarely unoccupied to this day. At Hearst Drug Store, customers are greeted by name and can expect quick service, with patients rarely waiting more than 5 to 10 minutes. Good customer service, where everyone is treated like family, is a secret to Hearst's success through the years. The staff at Hearst Drug Store is dedicated to keeping their Old Yellow Corner a monument to this community. So Kim Wheatley, come on up. I'd also like to thank Kim. She donated the ice cream and the toppings tonight for our soda fountain.
Town & Country Bank and Trust Company has its logo in the mighty oak tree. They pride themselves on the symbolism of the mighty oak, a strong symbol of deep roots in the community. Farmers Bank and Trust Company, the previous name, was first opened for business on September the 7th in 1907. The bank's original charter, authorizing it to open with a capital stock of $50,000, was received in May of 1907. 500 shares of the original stock were issued at $100 per share, and there were 92 original stockholders. Farmers Bank opened in a building on the northeast corner of Court Square, moving in November 1924 to the old James Wilson Drugstore building in Bardstown. In 1966, Farmers Bank purchased the Stephen Foster Hotel building and a service station on an adjacent lot in the northeast corner of 3rd and Flagey. The buildings were torn down and construction on a new bank building began in 1969, the year I was born. The bank opened its current downtown location July 29, 1970. Branch banks in the Bardstown Plaza, in New Haven, and at the intersection of 31E and 245 have followed. The downtown location underwent a much-needed renovation and addition that was completed in 1999. The name change occurred in 2004. The new name, Town & Country Bank and Trust Company, reflected the original bank's mission of working with people in the town and in rural areas. Town & Country remains a leader in the financial community, committed to continuing and increasing its services to customers. The loyalty of the bank's customers and dedication of their associates and directors combine to make it possible for Town & Country to continue to grow and continue changing futures. Here to accept the award tonight is Linda Runke, President of Town & Country.